opening tip-off, won by the Grizzlies. Conley. And the Warriors have the rebound. Curry with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. To Thompson. Has a chance. Shot by Thompson misses.
And so much of the shot is before the shot even occurs. As a defense, make him do things he's uncomfortable with. Stay up on him, make him catch the ball outside of his comfort zone.
Kevin Durant with the rock. To Thompson. Durant. Kevin Durant. Good start. He's made his first shot.
That was a tough shot. The guy was in your pocket. He even contested the shot. Everything was going according to plan until then.
Inside, he scores.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Durant across the timeline. Down just a couple. Green to Thompson. To Durant. 5 on the shot clock. Thompson to Curry. Here's a chance from long range, and Stephen Curry. We say it time and time again. Not much the defense could have done there. He has an uncanny approach to the game.
And did you see that? His eyes are his deadliest weapon. When he steps over half court, when he looks at the rim, that naturally throws a defender off. It makes the defender lean just a little bit. And just that millisecond of you wondering what he's going to do, splash is enough for him to exploit.
Gasol hits the three-pointer.
And that's what this game is. As the game plays, you have to adjust on the fly. That delivers the element of surprise.
Curry to Durant. Curry buries it on the catch and shoot. His instincts are unnatural, but what makes him so good given the work he's put in?
The special thing about Stephen Curry is that his entire life he has practiced great habits. A lot of players practice and get up shots, but they don't practice the right habits, and that comes with the lineage. His father, Dale Curry, making sure that he puts in the time and effort, but the proper skill with the time and the effort.
Doesn't have the touch. No good.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But if this defense keeps maintaining that style of pace defensively, this is going to be a dogfight.
KD with the rock.
I got him. Here we go.
Here comes the screen. Sizing up the defense. Kevin Durant lets it go. Kevin Durant, 2 for 3 now here in the first. What more does this guy have to prove?
He has everything to prove because he's not trying to prove it to you behind the screen watching this game, playing this game. He's trying to prove it to himself, Kevin Durant, every day that he is the greatest to ever put on an NBA uniform.
Oh, he's 3 for 3 to start this game from downtown.
Nothing the defense is doing is making him uncomfortable. As an offensive guy, I love starting the game, finding my rhythm.
Now the Grizzlies will use a timeout as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point basketball game. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Conley to Gasol. Not today.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
Livingston to Green. Oh, good defense by Memphis as they come up with the steal. Rejected by Thompson.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Livingston across the timeline. The lead is 2. Jordan Bell with the dunk. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Marc Gasol. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field. Warriors have the basketball. Probing the defense. Thompson. He engulfed him that time. Conley. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket. Desperation shot here from half court. The first quarter's complete, and this one's all tied up. A tight ball game thus far. 15 all as we start the second quarter. Possession lies with Golden State to Thompson. To Durant. Jackson comes down with the rebound. Conley into the front court. He'll run the offense. Gets it in the right corner. To Conley. Mike Conley. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
You see, the savvy players, they can create contact. They can throw their arms into you, even their bodies into you, and as soon as the refs blow the whistle once or twice and you become hesitant defensively, they got you right where they want you.
To Curry. Nothing going here on that drive. Thompson to Durant. Has a look. Durant shot, no good.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
To Conley. Jaren Jackson. Knocked loose. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Grizzlies. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Stepping in for Golden State, number 15,
Thompson. 3 titles in 4 years. New arena next year, Jay, in San Francisco. Crazy to think that any of these Warriors would want to go anywhere else.
It's the way they've been leveraging their brand off the court in Silicon Valley. You see guys like Kevin Durant, who have 35 Media, his only media production company, also making a ton of investments. You see Stephen Curry and Andre Iguodala investing in E-Game Sports, amongst other things. I actually got a chance to host a Players Technology Summit with Andre Iguodala, where he talked about a multitude of things that he's invested in. They're able to leverage the business outside the business of sport, which is why I think they'll stay around in the Silicon Valley for a very long time.
Conley. Grizzlies with 4 to shoot. Lets it fly from long range. It's no good. Shots not going down. Iguodala to bring it up. They trail by 2. Curry, he continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
Gasol. Curry to Thompson. Fires the three, so the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Nothing going here on that drive. Jaren Jackson to Conley. And the rebound taken by Golden State. Curry into the front court. Leads 4. And the rebound belongs to Memphis. Anderson to Jaren Jackson. Jaren Jackson with the dunk. Jay, I'm surprised. He had a chance to wrap him up.
Well, you're not the only one surprised. This guy is not a good free throw shooter. You never let him have an easy bucket. If anything, make him earn it at the charity stripe.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Curry. Bad pass taken away by the Grizzlies. Warriors come up with it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Curry, he continues to light it up from downtown. 5 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and what's shocking, Ed, is that he's gotten so many open looks. Look, stay down in the stance, stay disciplined, stop losing him, stay attached to his hip, and force him to put the ball on the ground off those curls and finish over your bigs.
To Conley. Nothing going here on that drive. Deep left corner. Knocked loose. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Grizzlies. Stephen Curry with a look. The shot almost. Deep 3 at the buzzer. Good. A 3 at the buzzer. Everything going right so far as they've extended the lead. First half comes to an end. The Warriors with the lead.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The Warriors will start the second half with a decent lead. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible. And if they can keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Golden State Warriors. The Grizzlies were in need of a bit more scoring if they wanted the halftime lead. And someone needs to step up offensively if they plan to win this game. Not a single player has gotten into double digits yet. These are the guys getting buckets for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Game track. Three-point shooting. Player of the half.
Steph Curry has already put together a pretty nice highlight reel for himself, and that's just after one half of basketball. He did a lot of scoring, and it probably won't stop anytime soon. These are the top plays from the opening half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Warriors last year had to go on the road, winning Game 7 at Houston to take the West. Jay, you know Steve Kerr wants to see his team play better at home, make sure they get home court advantage.
Especially because this is the last year at Oracle Arena. And when you have a team that can play with a sense of urgency that is as talented as this Golden State Warriors team is, you better watch out. They slacked off last year. They were 29-12 at home. Now, that's a pretty amazing record at home, but let me tell you why they slacked off. The 3 years prior to that combined, they were 114-9. I think we're going to see that Golden State Warrior team from those years instead of the one from last year.
It's Golden State basketball. Durant to Thompson. From the outside, no good.
Cultures have communication. Great cultures have teammates that are willing to push you to limits that maybe you didn't even see that you had. But right now, there's no leader on this team. Everybody's just going their separate ways.
Oh, stolen by the Warriors.
Don't rush this now. The game's been tight so far.
Curry. Oh, had him going there for a second. Taken away by the Grizzlies. To Conley. Going to launch beyond the arc and drills it. Jay, spacing can be a beautiful thing.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Curry to Thompson. Nothing going here on that drive. Durant to Green.
Oh, he sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Conley to Jaren Jackson. To Conley. Nothing going here on that drive.
Hey, good contest.
Conley with a shot comes up empty.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Durant. The pass set it all up.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Durant. Conley into the front court. His guys now trailing by a point. To Gasol. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers because then they're making 1 of 10. That's exactly what you want him to do. You want him to take those kind of shots.
Trying to cash in. Yes, Klay Thompson. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
You know, someone had the audacity to ask Klay Thompson how he feels about being the third or fourth option, and I love his response. He said, I don't care. When you're as efficient as me, my paycheck warrants it. And I think about a game he had this past year. 88.4 seconds of possessions, 52 touches, 33 shots, 11 dribbles for 60 points just in 22 minutes proves the reason why Klay is Klay.
Jay, Marc Gasol, Mike Conley, they're proven commodities. But what about the rest of this Memphis roster?
Well, Ed, that's been one of the criticisms of the Grizzlies is that when a guy like Mike Conley goes down, who can fill in that void? Now, I give them a lot of credit in the offseason. They bring in Shelvin Mack. They find a way to sign Kyle Anderson, which is big-time land for them in free agency. And look what they've done in the draft over the past 2 years. Last year, in 2017, they get Dylan Brooks and Ivan Rabb, giving them depth at those positions. Now they get a guy like Javon Carter in the second round who can apply pressure at the point guard spot. And when you land Jaren Jackson, you're on your way.
Changes coming from both sides right now.
Subbing in for number 1, Kyle Anderson.
Conley to Gasol. Shot from the lane won't go. Livingston to bring it up. Up by 3. Has a chance. Livingston shot won't go. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
Green doesn't need to score to be effective. He's a more skilled Dennis Rodman of this generation. He's an undersized student of the game who can guard positions 1 through 5, a rarity even in today's style. And let me tell you what he's going to do. He's going to disrupt your game plan and probably try to get under your skin. So stay composed and don't go for the bait.
Golden State at the controls. Here comes the screen. Surveys the floor. Livingston to Thompson. 5 to shoot for Golden State. Has a look. Yes, Klay Thompson. Now 4 for 9.
When the ball is in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Across the timeline, it's Conley. The deficit now up to 5. Warriors come away with it. Inside, he scores.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ballgame is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive. But when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Deep 2 there, won't go. That's the end of the period. The Warriors with the lead. Grizzlies get the first crack at it as we begin the 4th quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ballgame.
Fires the 3, 24-second violation. Here's Durant for 2. Kevin Durant, 3 for 6 now.
Flat out, KD is unguardable. He's the most gifted scorer in the league, period. We saw that during the NBA Finals last year. He has that size and that length. He can take advantage of anybody and elevate it around the rim.
From the painted area, won't go down. Livingston across the timeline. It's a 9-point lead. Trying to cash in, add 2 points to the board.
Klay Thompson equals a jump shooting metronome. Catch, plant, and shoot, and there's no wasted motion from the waist up, which leads to him being one of the most efficient players in the league. He's led the league for 3 seasons in a row in catch and shoot opportunities. You probably want to run him off the three-point line, force him to put the ball down the ground and make a play.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
In
Anderson.
Stephen Curry.
Conley. Warriors have the basketball. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. Conley into the front court. His guys down 11. To Gasol. Oh, blocked by Green.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Durant with the basketball up top. Looking to make something happen. Kevin Durant. He's 4 for 8. That's 50%. Kevin Durant, dynamic once again.
And giving it to you any way you want it. On the block, from the perimeter, mouse in the house, whatever the scenario is, Kevin Durant has an answer.
To Conley. Five on the shot clock for Memphis. Conley shot off the mark.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
And scores.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Curry has it. To Durant. Scores from the post.
There you go, finally. Shoot your shot.
Conley into the front court. The deficit now up to 13. Anderson to Conley. Knocked loose. Warriors have it.
I tried to work the clock here, but you have to take care of the ball in this possession.
Thompson on the drive, but his shot rims out. Warriors come up with it. Here's Curry with it up top. His team on top by 13. Now a step back.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat five. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
And they call it.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
That's the first foul in the last 2 minutes. Into the game for the
Anderson.
number 25, Chandler Parsons.
Gasol. Not that time.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
1 minute remaining in the fourth quarter.
Warriors come away with it.
Let's just let the clock run out. We got to get out of here. I got a dinner to go to.
Oh, good defense by Memphis as they come up with the steal.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Number 30, Stephen Curry.
Grizzlies at the controls right now. Knocked loose. That's...
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Curry into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. To Shaun Livingston. Five to shoot. Shot clock violation.
For Golden State.
It's the Warriors who get the victory as they win this one handily. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Warriors could not have been more dominant in this game. The scoring display they put on is going to be hard to forget. It's hard to imagine anyone doesn't come away impressed with how effectively they score their points. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Golden State Warriors. The Grizzlies did not look good in this one, and neither did the score. My advice for these guys is not to watch any TV tonight, because it's not going to help them forget about this game. Everyone is going to be talking about this one. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Game trap. Assists.
The Golden State Warriors showed off the kind of team chemistry that coaches love to see from their players. The more they moved the ball, it showed how much they trust each other. In the end, they got to win, and it looked like they had a great time doing it.
Player of the game.
Steph Curry put up the kind of points that made him an easy choice for this award. He couldn't be stopped, and when he realized he was in the zone, he just took it to another level. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.